This is WCCO 4 News at 10.
If you're pounding the pavement for a new job or even thinking about it, we have some timely advice to share. Tell the truth on your resume. As David Schechter found, companies are filtering out the phonies now more than ever.
Sometimes when it rains, it pours. For former FEMA Chief Michael Brown, first came Hurricane Katrina. Then questions about claims he made on his resume. And a similar story for Fran Foley, the Vikings' former head of player personnel, admitted to several inaccuracies on the resume he gave the team. For years, headlines have highlighted resume scandals around the country.
There's a lot of pressure to embellish on your resume to try to earn as much money as you can.
When Todd Bermont applied for a job at Lee Technologies, he knew he had a resume that rocked. What he didn't expect was how far the company would go to make sure it was all true.
The recruiter actually made me provide her with copies of W-2s and copies of old tax returns, and also to provide a copy of my college transcript to prove what I was saying in my resume was accurate.
The corporate world is wising up. A person who lies about their experience can cost a business big bucks down the road, and in the wake of scandals like Enron, tighter regulations have made companies much more careful.
Companies are having to be much more thorough in the recruiting process.
Websites like this one encourage people to embellish their resumes, even offering suggestions on how to twist the facts in your favor. But the internet also makes it easier for companies to check up on you, and sometimes they can find information that you thought was private.
There's a lot of online services that can provide information into your credit history, into your employment history.
Mike's boss turned to resume checking services because he's been burned before.
We want to hire people that we can trust. We have found that, unfortunately, statistically speaking, about 40% of the resumes that we, as a company, find are faulty.
Right now, bigger corporations are more likely to use a resume checking service, but experts say the internet is going to continue to make it easier for smaller businesses to perform a simple background check.
So in today's day and age, you can't lie about what you're capable of doing.
David says it's not unusual these days for companies to Google job candidates to glean information about them. Some recruiters even scour profiles on websites like MySpace and Facebook.